This is a Skeptic Frogs production.
Fire.
Air.
Water.
Earth.
8 years have passed since the Avatar's untimely end, with fear that the Avatar line may have ended, and with withering hope for the White Lotus to continue holding peace. The search for the next Avatar hastily begins.
Previously on Dicebenders.
Rina,
What? Hi?
are you okay?
I think I need to lie down or something.
Oh, this is interesting.
Oh my god, what'd you do? Get me back!
The tethering between you and I, it must have caused a hiccup in your spirit.
Okay, so how do we fix it? How?
Find someone who knows the spirit world, tell them what's happening, and go from there.
Welcome to the Scrubs officers. What can we do for you?
There was an event that happened at the warehouses last night, and there was evidence of lava bending in multiple warehouses. We have on record that you are a lava bender, so we're just here to rule you out.
Oh, I just left work and went home. Stayed home all night. My neighbor can vouch for me.
Okay, well, we'll just follow up with your neighbor.
You know, she usually works, from what I can tell, like she's heading out to work around the time I usually get home, so...
She was leaving when you were coming in, and you're going home?
Hey y'all, Frog here. I just wanted to mention something. For some reason, during the recording of this session, Craig was coming in and out constantly in the beginning, so we lost about 30 minutes worth of content. We have the rest of it here, so I do apologize. There wasn't too much that was missed. But, yeah, so you will be hearing us kind of carry up as though there was a little bit of information, that is why.
Okay.
So anyway, here we go.
So Rina, what were you saying that you wanted to do? Call Go. They didn't answer because no one was, or Go wasn't there. Now what?
I guess just go back to where Gaia's place, Ava's place was.
Okay. You head back. You go through. You see she left you a note and said, "No problem, I've got things to do too. Heart you."
Aww.
And then she drew a very, very detailed finger guns.
Love my little sister one-upping me once again. Well, she's gonna just leave the suit here because she doesn't want to wear that around. And man, I don't know, explore the city maybe.
Okay.
Maybe try to see Val. I don't know. Can she get to the airbase?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, you can go to Vol. In the meantime, Shin, you have made your purchases and made your way back to the pizza place. Business is starting to pick up now. I'll say it's like 9:30, maybe 10 almost. Okay, so Craig's still here. I keep looking just to make sure. Got me all funky. And you've got your bookkeeper guy, basically the manager when you're not here guy, is here now too, and he's in the back. As you walk in, you have all the produce and stuff like that. Take it over to the cooler. He sees you and goes, "Oh, hey, Shin.
Yep.
Appreciate you getting that stuff. I totally forgot about the big festival tomorrow."
Oh, that's no problem. That's why we got both of us doing this.
yeah, it's a good thing. So, hey, dude, like, you got anything tonight?
To be honest, I'm probably not going to be able to do anything tonight.
Oh, man. Alright. Well, at least you're honest. There's that.
And Shin's gonna like rummage, dig in his pockets, and the money that he had split up, hand that one of the sections of money to that person, and then put the rest back until he sees the other people.
Okay. He thanks you for it, and you spend your time trying to get all this stuff set up. As you're kind of, I take it you're kind of just going to be there idly, not really sure what else to do, so just kind of getting your ounce of normality by hanging out for a minute.
Yeah, I was thinking of like just staying there for helping out for like an hour or two, and then going about my day, since it was originally my day off and now everything's taken care of.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
18.
18. While you're there trying to help, you get a little bit of extra prep done. It looks like the guy that was supposed to do prep the night before for you guys today didn't do it. So, like, or at least didn't do enough. So you start helping out. As you're doing so, a familiar voice just kind of echoes in your ear for a second when you hear someone come in and they say, "Ah, anchovies, wonderful."
So it's gonna like look up from his workstation, like, oh god, this guy.
Yeah, you see
around.
you see the exact same guy as before that gave you that $100 tip, wearing that large top hat, big old handlebar mustache. He looks like he's wearing a different suit this time, but the top hat and cane is all the same, and he's placing an order at the register. He sees you and waves in just like one solid swoop of a wave. Finishes his order placement, pays with extra cash without wanting the change, and goes to sit down for a minute. But he does keep like looking back over at you before he takes out his newspaper and starts reading it at the table.
So, gonna get to work on his order.
You see, it's the daily special with extra anchovies.
Extra, of course. I give him extra anchovies.
Ooh. Do you hand it to him, or do you let someone else?
Huh?
When it's finished, do you hand it to him, or do you let someone else?
Yeah, I'll go and bring it over to him, like I did the last time.
You set the plate down, and he doesn't look up from the newspaper yet. He just goes, "Ah, thank you, sir, thank you," and finally, like, looks away from the newspaper, looks at you and smiles, and he goes, "Evan, how are you doing today?"
Pretty good. Got your pizza here. Saw you put extra anchovies.
Is this who I think it is?
You're not there, you don't know.
God.
One little bit of information I pieced together on my own. But,
so for the listeners, Rina just typed in the chat, "Whoa, wait, I stepped away for 1 second, excuse me? Who is this?" But the man just looks at you and smiles, and he goes, "Well, it is a pleasure to see you here again."
well, I mean, see me here just about every day, honestly. It's my shop.
That is true, but this is only my second time, and so, seeing you 2 for 2.
Yep.
Well, he had more to say, but I read what else she said, and it made me stop.
I'm sorry. You just you keep traumatizing me with all of this. The past 2 times we've done this. I feel so attacked right now.
No. But this man just smiles at you, and he says, Are you ready for the big day tomorrow?
We're getting there. We're almost ready. Just gotta get a few more a few more ingredients prepped. We all set.
I see.
What are you going just as a spectator, or?
You can call me a spectator, yes. I am just here in the city for a while until, my hometown dies down a little bit for some, major changes that happened recently.
Oh, where are you from?
Oh, let's just say I'm from a lot of places, but my current home is not as far as you might think.
Like 2 blocks to the left?
2 blocks to the left, you take a right at the street corner, and there you go. And he smiles.
Shin's gonna like just pat him on the back and be like, "Alright, well, you enjoy your pizza," and start heading back to continue his work.
Alright. So, Rina.
Hi.
What do
I
you wanna
didn't hear
do?
any of that. Serena is suddenly very anxious.
What do you want to do?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you getting a hankering for some pizza right now?
No, I'm getting a hankering for avoiding getting kidnapped. I'm gonna go to the air temple.
Okay. So, further from the city.
Yes.
Perfect. You spend your time at the harbor waiting for the next, ferry to come. It takes you to Air Temple Island. You walk up. A couple of the commanders, I guess you can say, try to stop you, but Bandon, the one that sat with you guys for dinner, Linner with Milo, stops the guy, sees you, and goes, "Hey, Taro, what are you doing here?"
Oh, hey, man.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm just I'm trying to see that frog. Can you get me up there?
Oh, yeah, I can do that. If you're here to see Milo too, I'm sorry, but he's taking his third morning nap.
Oh, I don't need to see him. I'm just here for the weird frog guy. What was his name again?
You know what? Honestly, I can't tell you. And it's not because I don't want to. It's just I have no idea how to pronounce it.
It's like Veil.
I think it's Bama Mama.
Lala Bala Hullabaloo. Is that it?
You hear from the window.
I look around. Who said that?
And he just points in the direction of the peak of Air Temple, the Air Temple, and you see Valahalaru leaning out of the window, waving his arms. He's in the attic.
I'll wave awkwardly back.
I'm sure Milo has no problem letting you inside the Air Temple. The spirit stays in the attic.
Is he a prisoner? He just vibes there.
And he just vibes there. Honestly, I don't get it. He says that he likes the view, but the only thing that window really sees is the spirit portal.
Oh, well, I mean, he's a spirit, so
He
I guess
shrugs.
that makes sense. Alright, well, thanks, you.
Do you remember my name?
Yeah, it's, you know...
You
Cool,
see in
man.
his face, his emotions just sink, and he just goes, "No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't stress about it." But yeah, he's up there.
I'm gonna pat him on the back and say, "Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Head
no
on
problem.
up."
As you're walking away, you hear him turn around and mutter to himself, "Let me just go cry in a corner now."
I keep going.
You go up a long flight of stairs. You're going up the entire air temple in stairs. Like, it was one thing for Milo to get up there because he could just airbend his way. This takes a hot minute. Like, if it weren't for your good constitution, you'd have to take a break to get up here because of how long it takes. But you finally make it. The closer you get to the attic, the more of a musty smell you get in the air before you reach the door. Before even knocking, you hear on the other side, "Come on in!"
Knock, knock.
Yeah, I already said come on in.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a thing. Okay, I'm in. Hi.
Come on in!
I'm in!
Hello! You see him, he's sitting in a murky water tub, like, he's holding weights, like 5-pound, not even 5, like 2-pound weights, dumbbells, as he's just sitting in this tub, doing curls with them. And he's like, "What's up?"
Am I interrupting something? And she's like shielding her eyes.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
The second you unshield your eyes, he stands up in the tub and stretches.
Excuse me.
He just smiles and goes, "I'm never wearing clothes. I don't understand why you're so worried. I'm a spirit. There is nothing."
Yeah, I guess you have a point. Alright, well. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? How is combing through my memories? How is that for you?
I'll be honest, it was a lot more eventful than the others.
I bet.
Yeah.
So, about what you said.
Uh-huh.
I literally don't know anyone who has been in the spirit portal.
Okay.
Do you know anyone
I mean, I know a lot of people.
that has been in the spirit portal
Yeah.
and has come out and survived?
Yeah.
Can you connect me with them?
A
name?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a couple that you know.
And he just starts listing, like, this long list. If you don't interrupt him, it's like 10 minutes of him just naming off people that he knows. And then he's like,
And then there's people that you know,
and like he spends like 2.5 minutes listing off names of people that you know. You hear obviously Go. Surprisingly, you hear Vanna, Shang, Milo, not Yang, but Aang, the Avatar. And like he just continues down a list. Honestly, it'd be a little easier to mention, like, he doesn't say Yang, Kevin, Jaeger, Torque, and Z.
Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, you didn't know Shin at the time, so he doesn't know that you know him.
Right.
And he doesn't know Shin.
Okay. Okay. Well, and you can't give me anything else about this spirit?
I made a promise.
Yeah, I mean, I have too. Don't stop me.
But I mean, like, people promises? You can break those all the time. Like, even a pinky promise, your pinky doesn't fall off if you make a promise and break it, right? With a spirit? Okay, so let me tell you, alright? If you break a promise with a spirit, you can either have your spirit cursed or eaten by that spirit that you broke the promise to. And I don't want either of those things. And those are just like, if you're lucky.
Oh. Cool. And that's just what a spirit can do to a spirit?
That's if you break a spirit promise.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just, like, the basics. You really need to read a book or something.
Yeah, that's not really a thing I do.
There's a lot of things you don't do, apparently.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you know.
I do know. Is that weird? I don't think I've ever asked anybody I tethered to if that's weird.
I mean, it's weird for me. Because, you know, that.
He just gives you like a blank stare as you're saying all this.
I mean, maybe other people don't think it's that weird, but yeah, I sure saw a lot of things I didn't want to see anymore, so, I mean...
Well, have you had any episodes today?
No.
That's good. So, okay, so I would refrain from bending as much as you can, because bending can kind of strain your spirit a little bit. I would also refrain from fighting, from stress, and like he spends like 2 minutes just listing off a bunch of things that he tells you not to do, and then at the end he goes, for like a year or 40.
You sound like a doctor. Are you sure you're not a doctor?
He looks at all the walls and he goes,
I don't see a PhD.
Well, they have MDs. Well, I guess you could have a PhD too. Anyways. Well. Alright, thanks, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
I mean, you came to my house, so if you have anything that you're more pressing than me giving you this information, then by all means, at least give me some spider flies.
Some what?
Spider flies.
What are those?
He points to a big bowl that are just dried up spider flies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. Wait, hold on. Do you know where they are?
Who?
Well, I don't think you've tethered to Vana, so Kevin now? Or have you?
I don't know.
Well, you do know.
I do.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to give you spider flies to give me any information, aren't I?
Uh-huh. And he has this big smile.
Alright, well, it was nice talking to you. See you later.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Close the door.
Okay.
Don't knock again.
I don't close it all the way.
No! And you hear him
Run
splash out of the tub, slip. You hear him thud on the ground and shut the door.
Ugh. Spirits. Every single spirit that she's encountered has been traumatic, so... And what time is it now? Like, were we doing anything today? Like in the Bender revolt group? I don't think she mentioned anything.
Well, the only thing that Eva ever mentioned was that she was going to let Shin and the other top members know where the new hideout was going to be. So you can also gather with that information that that's probably what she's doing right now, is looking for somewhere else for the hideout to be.
Cool.
And or lava bending it into existence.
Yeah, I really don't have any ideas for what to do now. Those are my options. I've exhausted them already.
Well, there's also a library in the city. There is, of course, the spirit portal. You know the last place you went, where Team 2B was, is Mike's place, but that is like up in the top part of the mountain, so that would be a hot minute to get to. There's also Brigard's place that you've been to with Jaeger before. And then just kind of sightseeing.
I guess I'll go to a library.
Okay. And Shin, you said you don't have anything pressing for the rest of the day, basically, right? Is there anything specific that you want to do that you would want me to know for the rest of the day?
Well, honestly, as you were listing places in the city, my mind also went to library.
Okay. I mean, it's 2 o'clock, so the lunch rush is just about done. If you wanted to leave and head to the library, you can.
Yeah, I was wanting to try to see if I could find some like maps or something. Try to figure out the more likely or unlikely or any route that Slick may have taken to start going to the Fire Nation.
Okay. And because of where your location is at the Earth's crust, you get to the library much earlier than Rina. So we'll pick up we'll pick up with you, Rina, when you get to the library. So for the time being, we're going with Shin. As for the library, to give you a description, reaching the library, it is a large, cylinder-shaped building. It is just a big, round building, no hard edges on the outside whatsoever. It is 2-story and made out of what appears to be a marble exterior. You see on the outside there is a large statue, very similar to the way Toph statue is, or the Zuko statue throughout the city that you've seen before. This is of Jinora when she was young, talking to Wan Shi Tong, he who knows 10,000 things, the giant owl spirit, with a plaque that says stuff that isn't it's just describing what that scene means. You head inside, and you realize inside what is not made out of marble on the outside is made out of glass the rest of the way, and it is silent in here. The busy street that you were near in the outside at this library, you don't hear it all in here. The only thing you hear are sometimes a small squeak of a wheel as the carts are going around putting the books away of people that have not put books away already. And you see that this is a 3-story building. There's the 2 stories that are above ground and then a basement floor. And on the floor that you are on and the floor that is upstairs it's basically donut shaped. So there is the center of it that you can look down and see the basement area, which just illuminates this entire library. Each floor, there is no like ceiling lights. It's all just lighting from outside that illuminates the interior here. You know, because you've lived here, you can pass this with just a passive history for living in the city, that the categories in this library are not based off of tribes or nations. It's all based off of a specific lettering and alphabetizing system that Jinora herself made, that is based off of a color palette as well as a small series of letters and numbers, and that's to keep from separating knowledge between the nations. This is even more so the case with a slogan that's on the wall right next to the reception desk as you walk in that says, "Take wisdom from all places, lest you become rigid and stale." With the person who said this, you see the name Iroh. You see a general decent amount of people in here. This library is always open, and it's always relatively busy, if you can call a library that. Very bright in here because of the windows, all the light that's coming in, and you could get lost in here in time and space if you're just idle.
So, being in the city as long as that, would I know where to go to find what I'm looking for, or would I need to go to the reception?
For that, you can roll a history check to see if you've been in here before and if you've gone to the library. I will say that you could roll this with advantage because I have no reason to doubt that you have come in here to get maps before from your previous errands.
First one was a 3. So I'm getting a 3. Second one was a nat 1.
You can't remember.
Going to the reception desk. It's like softly tapping on the desk to try to.
Oh, hello. How can I help you today, sir? You see a super old lady. She should probably be in the grave for how old she looks right now, with enormous glasses, rounded glasses, pure white hair, and clothes that look a little baggier than what should be on her, but they're Republic City colors, so you get your grays and your greens and your browns.
Shin's gonna nod and like, how tall would you say like the counter is?
You can very easily look over it. She's sitting in a chair that helps raise her up a little bit. It's average. Like, the best way I can put it is average reception desk size. Like, I don't have a specific height. It's just one that you would see in a library. Or any counter size. Like, the height would be equivalent to slightly bigger than what most people's kitchen counters are like.
So Shin's gonna like stand a little on his toes and just rest his arms on the counter and be like, I'm looking for maps.
Maps, you say? And she very shakily draws out the map of the library and looks at it with her glasses. She moves them, adjusts them a little bit, even though that doesn't help at all, as she continues to squint just as hard, and then turns it over very slowly and sets it back down and just stares. And she puts up her finger and scans it with her finger a little bit, and then goes and grabs another map from the side and puts it on the desk and flattens it out more and just looks at it, adjusts her glasses again, and goes, second floor. Aisle. And she adjusts her glasses and leans in really close to the map, to the point where you would think that there wouldn't be any light showing on the map anymore. She finally looks back up and she goes, aisle 12.
Alright. Thank you. Can I borrow that map?
Sure.
Just in case I get lost.
She reaches down and grabs you a pamphlet that has all the maps on it. She goes, this is just for you. You see there's an entire crate full of these pamphlets.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, young man.
Shin's gonna turn around and as he's walking away, double check on this map as to where it is.
It's on floor 3.
Thought I smelled something going on. So I'm headed to the 3rd floor.
Okay. You head to the 3rd floor. You use the pamphlet to find out which aisle it is, because you are looking specifically for shipping routes.
Not specifically, that's one of the ways, but also just any traveling. I don't necessarily know if he's gonna be by himself, inconspicuous, got a boat, got a cart, unless he got. So I'm gonna pretty much just check all the routes I can and just try to deductive reasoning the least likely ones.
Alright, so we are going to do it like this. I know for D&D, there aren't necessarily rules for libraries, so I'm going to go off of something like this, something I learned in Pathfinder 2E, but I'm doing it a little bit different. So I'm going to have you roll your choice of whatever skill you think you would need to find the answer that you're looking for. If you pass a DC of 14 with this check, as long as it makes sense to it, like you can't sit there and tell me rolling in athletics is going to get you information on a book. You know what I mean?
Flipping, doing a handstand on the back of the chair as I'm looking at this map. No.
Exactly. So within reason, use one of your skills. Use one of these skills. If you pass a DC of 14, you get to ask one of your questions to get the answer, because that's what that book is going to give you the answer to. If you have more questions, you are free to do more DC checks and find other books that give you more information. Now, if you crit on it, say, you can get, we'll say, 3 questions out of that one book.
Alright. I'm just going to do an investigation. Makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
2.
So you find a puzzle book of the Earth Kingdom. It's one of those puzzles where you they're all each province is a different color, and you put them together to make the Earth Kingdom.
A children's book.
I didn't want to say it, but
I mean, at least
in other words, you got distracted, thought that looked like fun.
See if I can. Oh, and I'm just standing there putting the pieces in the right order, finishing it up for him.
You are free to roll again if you want.
Yes, please.
Now you'll have to use a different skill, otherwise you can just spam the one skill forever.
That was gonna be the history.
Okay.
5.
Okay. You find a book that's more in the ballpark of what you're looking for. You find the history of sea travel.
Oh, this Rina. Thank you. Giving me a curse. History of sea travel. So, looking through there, would I be able to see if there's any routes going around, or would it just be a basic history book with?
It's the history of how sea trading worked throughout the many years. So nothing truly relevant to what you're looking for specifically. But I mean, if you wanted to read about boats and the ocean, this is the book for you.
Really only got one more I can even think of doing. That's just a perception roll.
Okay.
I blame Rina. A 3.
I'm so proud of you.
Shush.
You're not a good investigator, are you?
I don't have my good luck charm.
That's fair. Alright, so you find a modern map of trade routes, but without actually knowing how to decipher it, you can't really glean anything off of it. You failed to check, but at least you're in the right ballpark.
Would I be able to go back to the previous book about shipping, read some of that to try to figure out this?
And cross-reference?
Yes.
You could do that. That'll take a little bit of time, though. You've already done your DCs and stuff like that, so the only thing I could really say is it'll give you time, and then in some time passing, we can let you retry the DC.
Okay.
Alright. Some time passes. Rina, you walk in.
Wow.
And this library looks massive.
Okay, yes, Rina's gonna walk up to the receptionist and do a little.
Hello, young lady. How can I help you?
Hello, knock knock. Do you have a map?
Knock, knock, but not too loud. This is a
Okay.
library.
It's very quiet.
Yes.
Do you have a map that I could use of this library?
She starts unrolling the map on her desk and goes, "What are you looking for?"
Stuff about spirits.
Spirits. She adjusts her glasses.
Is there like a directory? Can I look around for a directory?
Yeah, there's a directory.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk away. Thank you, honey.
She doesn't even notice.
Okay.
You find a small directory that has the pamphlets in a small slot there too, so you can just
Thank God.
oh, look at that, super convenient. But you
All
find
right.
the floor that the spirits are on, not the floor that Shin's on. It's the next one down. You're in the main level floor. So go ahead and tell me what you're looking for and what DC you're going to use to find this book.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out which spirit. Oh wow, this sounds so weird. Which spirit I need to find in the spirit world, and or how to not die going in. So I guess I'll try. Let's try religion because that worked so well the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Do I add anything to it? Oh wait, yeah. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Sorry. 17 plus 2.
Okay.
19.
You go. That passes the check. So,
Nice.
ask me one question and you can find that answer.
What is the name of the spirit that Val told me to find?
You gotta have to be a little more specific than that.
Okay.
What spirit are you looking for? What answers are you? Give me one specific question.
Okay. Here, how about how do I go into the spirit world without dying?
Okay. You look through the books for a while until you find one that talks about spirit world travel. Very early in the book, you get your answer. By traveling into the spirit world, the way a common person can do it, and it paraphrases by saying a common person as in someone who is not spiritually tethered or bound, such as which excludes airbenders that are born and raised in the way of the enlightened. In other words, air nomads. It goes on to tell you that to travel into the spirit world, you must enter through the spirit portals. It also mentions that by traveling through the spirit portals, it can be dangerous. You have to have a strong will and determination when entering the portal.
Cool. Can I roll again to look up names of spirit? Wait, okay. When Val was talking, did he say the spirit could help with mending the soul or seeing the future? I don't remember.
He mentioned that he can only do past and present. He doesn't have any power over the future.
Okay. Yeah, so she's gonna look up spirits that can see the future.
Okay. Now, what check do you want to use? What skill? You've already used religion.
I'll try history.
Okay.
Not great. 5.
Yeah, you aren't able to find any specific chart that mentions a list of spirits that deal with the future.
Aw, beans. Okay. Can I try again with investigation?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. 6.
You think that the answer may be in a different book. Turns out, not so.
Man. All right. Well, I tried.
And Shen, enough time has passed for you to be able to redo your check.
Alright. So I'm cross-referencing the history I just learned with the new, like the route paper that I don't understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing. 19 on a history.
Okay. On history. Nice. So, ask me the one question.
What route do I see the most, like, inconspicuous, kind of like out of the way route that isn't normally taken?
In these charts that you cross-reference, and then even reading up a little bit on the history and such, you glean that the safest route would be directly from the ports of Republic City into the Fire Nation capital. However, you read that there's obviously security in both of those places. The least conspicuous route would be from a place that is not Republic City, leading to a small town off of the main island of the Fire Nation. There's a small town in the maps. It doesn't seem to have a name. It seems small enough to where the name is not worth putting on a map, but you do see a correlation there through your cross-referencing. It is a small island off of the coast of the main island of the Fire Nation.
And I'm not. You said not Public City, but am I able to tell, or would I have to roll again to tell where from?
On these maps that you have in front of you, there is no name on the maps of this little city. In other words, you would have to go and try to find it.
Investigation for more maps.
Okay.
More up-to-date maps. Oof. 1.
Yeah, you don't find it.
Yeah. Can I do one more?
What DC would you use? Or what skill?
Perception.
Okay.
Those are just the 3 that I'm rotating through.
Yeah. I will say you could use, like, nature, since you're looking at ocean stuff and things like that. Try to think outside the box if you aren't 100% sure about some of these things. But go ahead. Yeah. I was just throwing that out there.
Well, I was like, what about would survival?
Absolutely. Yeah, I could see the argument that you would need to know names of towns and stuff like that if you are lost at sea or something. And you could use survival to try to find cartography of islands to know what are safe to land on and stuff like that.
16.
All right. And the question was the name of that city?
The one that I would have to leave from, if not Republic City.
Oh, if not Republic City. So on the mainland heading towards the Fire Nation.
Yes.
Interesting. You see that there is a small city south of Republic City called Haru. It's a small city that... Well, you got a 17?
16, yeah.
16. Okay. That's kind of all you can get from it. I'll give you this as a bonus. In your books, you know that Haru is not really, as pressing as this city is. There's... I don't want to say less laws, but less intensity in their laws.
Okay. I'm gonna take some... All I really got in my paper-wise would be money. Wait, is money here paper or coin?
It's paper.
Okay.
Yuans.
Cool. I'm gonna take out a bill and just roughly sketch on the bill the path.
I was gonna say, roll me a performance.
12.
All right. Yeah, that's a good enough sketch.
Alright, and I'm gonna put that specific bill, in my, like, tuck it in my jacket and keep that on me and
Okay.
clean up.
All right. As you're cleaning up, roll me a perception check.
Lady coming to me. 18.
You see Rina downstairs.
Stealth time.
Stealth time. Okay.
Oh.
All right,
14.
Rina. 14. Rina, you have no reason to, like, think that someone's looking for you, so I believe your wisdom is what? Like, plus 2?
Wisdom is +1.
Alright, so your passive wisdom is 11, meaning,
Correct.
yes, Shin, you are sneaky.
Okay. I just
You
want
got
to,
me.
like... I just want to, like, try to see what she's doing.
Reading.
Okay.
What does it look like?
Yeah, okay, what do you... like, I'm trying to, like, make my way over, like, sneaky, and just...
Yeah. So
you know,
we'll cut
stalker
over...
status.
We'll cut over to Rina now. Rina, what else are you looking to do?
I mean, I'd like to try to get that name, or like a list of names. So,
Okay.
can I do Arcana for that? Can I try that?
Yeah, you could do Arcana. I could
Okay.
see you, like the argument could be made that books on bending, like specifically airbending and waterbending, so since those two are the most tied to spirits, that you could look through books of those types of bendings and maybe get information.
I'm gonna do that. We'll try to.
Okay.
No. Not one.
Yeah, you get lost in the library. Someone has to help you find your way back to where you were.
Lovely. Alright, we'll try religion again, I guess.
Okay, now enough time hasn't passed for you to try religion again.
Oh,
Could,
okay.
could you try to make another argument on a different one?
I can say that spirits are nature, right? Or
Okay.
I have to survival, maybe?
I could see either or.
Okay. I'll do nature.
Okay.
13 plus 2, 15.
Oh, barely.
Woo.
What is your question?
List of names of spirits that can see the future.
All right, so you see a specific list of names, and there's a lot of names in here, but of the ones that you specifically draw out from, you see... Here, let me type it out for you as I go, so we have it in here as well. You see the name Moasha, Yayani, Rowu, Yuan Tuin, Ray Vi, and Ku, and Mei Kawa, or Kiowa. You get this list, and this is a small chunk of the list of the names of the spirits that can see the future, or have something to do with the future.
Okay.
And Shin, as she's looking through these books, you notice, because you have a pamphlet as well, she keeps going to the spirit section of the library.
Like, she keeps going back and forth.
Mm-hmm. She picks up a book in the spirit section, reads through it. Sometimes is successful, sometimes is not. Puts it back and finds another one. Sometimes she doesn't put the book back, but for the most part, she's been like leaning and sticking to the spirit section of the library.
Could I make a perception to try to see what all she's like actually looking at?
Would you be able to decipher exactly what she's looking at? If you saw a list of names like that, would you know what that means?
No, but my mind would now have a list of names.
Then sure,
My
yeah,
hit
roll
list.
a perception. Secretly, Rina is a spirit murderer.
Spirit assassin.
13.
You see a list of names, I guess. Some of it you can't, like, make out 100%.
My handwriting's not very good. Can I look up another thing?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, I forgot.
Can't help you there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess I'm done. Wrote out a little list on an itty bitty tiny piece of paper.
Now I've got
Skedoodle.
some homework as a GM. You know what the hell those spirits do?
Done this to yourself.
I know. I should have given like only 6 or something. Well, at 7.
Too
It
late.
wouldn't made a difference.
Oh, where to find spider flies?
Oh. Yeah, what skill check would you use to get that information?
Animal handling?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Ooh, 16 plus 1, 17.
You know that they are most commonly found at the everywhere.
Wow.
You know that they can be most commonly found in areas that are not as densely populated because less people to try to kill pests, or at zoos.
Okay.
And Shin, she's now looking up insects of Republic City.
I'm like,
Yeah, so Shin-
shoot the
Finn's
complete
making a
other
mental
direction.
note. Okay, so there's a bunch of names, something about spirits, now spider or
Now
insects,
bugs.
now bugs. Which makes no sense to me. And he's gonna like just like, okay, I'm done here.
You're not gonna talk to her. You're just gonna leave.
Well,
It's not like y'all are supposed to be friends and you could talk to her, but whatever.
yeah, but I mean, we also.
I don't have friends. They disappoint me.
I'll go up and like, I'm gonna walk around so it doesn't seem like I've just been stalking her and that I'm just coming out of nowhere. And then
Okay.
it's like, look over him. Rina, is that you? What are you doing here?
Oh, hey, Shin, what's up? And I'm talking like a normal person. I'm not whispering.
Shin's gonna like waving his hand and like lowering, like shh. We're in a library. Keep it down.
What?
We're in a library. Keep it down.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because it's a library.
Listen, the only libraries I've been in are rich people houses, and they don't care.
This one's a little more strict than that. This is a public library.
Okay.
What are you looking up there? Reading.
I mean, about flies.
Flat. Shen's gonna look at it.
Spider flies.
Spider flies. Okay.
Spider flies.
Got a thing for bugs?
I'm in debt to a frog.
Uh.
And I'm gonna pat his shoulder and walk out.
Have a nice day.
Oh, I would have thought that she's
Standing
still
there
looking at the map.
confused. This is not what he was expecting.
Oh,
Who are you?
I want to ask Rina. So you just got up and walked away abruptly. Are your books still on the table?
The one on spider flies, yeah.
Okay.
Am I gonna get a fine?
No, you just see some, or I guess Shin sees. Actually, Rina, roll me a perception check.
Okay. That is a 16 plus 4, dirty 20.
You see Rodin is
Whoa.
pushing a cart in the library heading towards the table that you just walked away from.
Wait, Rodin from Beilong?
Councilman Rodin.
Oh my god, wow. Ooh. Wait, I didn't know what the other guy's name was. Okay. My bad. Got names.
And he doesn't seem to notice you. He just heads over to the table that Shin is at and looks at him and goes, excuse me, sir, do you still need this book?
Shin's gonna look at him and be like, wasn't me.
Of course. And he grabs it, puts it on the cart, and wheels it away.
I want to stop him real quick, actually.
Yes, sir. What-
So, and he's gonna, like, wants to go over, like, so I'm trying to find, like, some maps, shipping route maps. I found a few, and he's gonna, just tells him, like, the ones that he did find. But do you know if there'd be any more anywhere else? Or would you have any recommendation?
Now, what maps exactly are you looking for?
Just a more, like, modern map with names and actual route paths from, like, just going from our area to the Fire Nation. Or vice versa.
Okay, so like trade routes.
Yes.
Yeah, I could help you with that right this way.
And I follow it.
He takes you exactly where you were. But he grabs a few scrolls and puts them down on the table that ironically you were sitting at. I mean, you did say that you were putting away your stuff as you were going.
Yeah, I did put my stuff away.
So he puts down a few of the maps. One is one that you already pulled, but he goes, these are a couple of the trading route maps, as well as just maps of the ocean, areas to avoid, and here is a map of the Fire Nation, a map of the Republic Nation. So those, since that's where we are, that's where you were talking about, and I mean that's the ocean. These should help you.
Thank you so much.
Just make sure you put them away, please.
Of course.
And he glares at the book about spider flies and carts off.
Told you it wasn't me.
Yeah, they always say that. So because of that help, go ahead and roll. This will bypass the need to do different skills because of the help. Roll an investigation with advantage.
7 on the first one. And a 10.
10 plus?
10.
Or is that?
Just a 10.
You got a bunch of maps here.
Through this, I already got what information I need.
Yeah.
Pack it all up, clean up, because this one was me. Technically, it was him. He pulled them all out, but that'll be cool to put them away for him.
Well, that's very nice of you.
And then head out.
Okay. So Rina, you were the first to leave. What are you doing? Well, let me ask this for both of you. Is there anything that either of you have left to do for the day?
Nope.
Not really. Maybe catch spider flies, but I didn't look up how to do that. So...
Please, can I walk out of the library and see her trying to catch spider flies?
You see her jumping in the air to catch definitely not spider flies.
You're right there, Rina.
Yeah. Are you?
I mean, I'm fine. You're the one looking crazy.
I was just joking. If anything, Rina would probably just be sitting like at a bench over by the statue thinking.
Oh.
If she's even still there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
make a
I'm
character do
vibing.
something like that.
I'm just vibing, man.
Just river dancing.
I wanna ask Shin what he was doing.
Oh.
What you doing? What you looking up?
I was thinking of going out on a trip here, so I was just looking up stuff.
Oh,
For that.
where to? Earth Kingdom?
Nah, just going out sailing.
Sailing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, can't help you with that. I'm no water boy.
I'm typically not either, but hey, first time for everything.
It's not great, I'll tell you that. It's really not. Last time, oof. Would not recommend.
Had some bad experiences out on the water, huh?
Yeah. And like this whole city, really. But you don't have to know that.
Eh.
How many
Say,
days
you
have I
hungry?
been here? Hold on, sorry.
Oh, that is a good question. You have been here
Is it only 2 days?
This is your third day.
Third day, okay. Day number 3.
You hungry at all? My shop's not far from here.
I'm starving, but please don't give me anchovies.
I mean, okay.
Alright,
Just don't have today's special.
okay. I'll do that.
Make his way down to the shop.
It is what? 2? Well, no, more time has passed, so somebody roll me another d4.
I'm not gonna be able to find mine.
2.
Okay, so 2 more hours has passed. It is now 4 p.m. So your dinner rush is like about to head through the door. But, you know, you've got like areas that you can sit outside to eat too, in case you wanted to do that. You know it's going to be a little booming here. But you also do have like a quiet place that you can like sit up on the rooftop. There's a way up to the roof that you and your boys, like on a good night, you don't want to go to the bar, but you still want to hang out. You guys used to sit up here at night using the lighting from the spirit portal and just like hang out on the roof of the Earth's crust.
Okay. Safe to say, my new favorite customer is no longer in the shop.
Oh yeah, he's gone by now.
Okay, yeah.
It's been like 6 hours. There's no reason
He's
to be
still
there.
there.
That would be creepy.
Oh my god.
Like, bro.
Not saying who he is. Like,
Yeah, but he gave me a big old say. He's my new favorite customer.
Yeah,
oh,
he is.
speaking of that, on your way back in, the guys do mention that they can handle the rush. No worries. They see that you've got a friend with you. So some of them are thinking something. Some of them know better. You know, they know you better.
Mm-hmm.
But they do mention that the guy left another generous tip.
And then tell him to split it among the crew today. And actually split it this time. He's gonna look at the one back in the office. Like,
He puts his hands up like, "Hey man, it was your tip."
yeah, and I told you to spread it amongst everybody, and it was still there.
I didn't want to be the guy. You know, it was your tip. You do that. Like, I don't touch people's tips. Anyway, but you guys head upstairs. Head up to
Shin's,
the
like grabbing an entire pizza as he heads upstairs. He doesn't know whose order it was, but it's his.
Nice to meet you guys. Bye.
Nice to meet you too. God damn it, Shin! Now I gotta make a whole new pizza for that guy.
Whose pizza is that?
Oh no! Let's open the pizza and find out.
Oh God! All right, so I'm going to roll a 1 through 5. It'll have anchovies. 6 through 10. 6 through 10, it'll just be a cheese pizza. 11 through 15, it'll be a pepperoni and cheese, pretty basic. And a 16 through 20, it can be whatever y'all want. Ooh, a 16, whatever you guys want.
Anchovies.
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian with anchovies, got it.
God, I hate this. I
Okay,
thought you said it
it's Hawaiian with anchovies on half.
Anyway,
There you go.
okay, that's acceptable. The smell kind of, it still like waves into it, but
The flavor kind of mingles
yeah,
towards
I
the
don't like
center
that.
of the pizza.
I'll just rip off the tip bite of each of the Hawaiian ones.
Yeah, and Shin grabs a slice and just chills on the roof.
You see the warehouse?
Are you asking if we can see the warehouse?
No, did you see it? I'm
Oh,
asking you.
yeah. I went back early this morning. Had the cops show up today too.
Uh-oh. Are they suspicious?
I mean, everyone in this town, people in this area seem to know me pretty well, and they just came and saying they wanted to cross me off the list as a suspect because, lava bending.
Oh yeah. I guess there's not a lot of those. Did you see the warehouse next to it? There's llama bending in there too. There's something fun in there too that I saw.
Oh? What'd you see? The one right next to it?
Yeah, that one.
I wasn't even paying attention to that one.
Oh, well, I mean, there's something interesting. I figured you should know since we're, trying to do that, and I wink.
Do the thing.
Wow.
And he winks back.
Well, not, bending, there's I found this suit thing, and it can do fire bending?
How would that help us in this if we're trying not to bend?
Well, you're right. I didn't think that far ahead. But we wouldn't actually be bending. We'd be wearing some cool suits. And the suits would be bending.
How many were there?
I just saw the one. I took it.
You have it on you? He's looking at your clothes obviously you don't have this on you. You're not wearing a suit right now.
No, I took it off. It's nice though, and it feels like my skin. It's very cozy. I almost burned myself, but
And you said you found that in the warehouse next to it?
Yeah. It was a little crate. Yeah.
So you just went into the warehouse next to it and opened some random person's crate?
I mean, and I knew. I knew the guy.
Oh, who was it?
Yeah, just some, guy. I used to know from way back when.
Just somebody you used to know?
Well, yeah. Sorry. I mean, I still know the guy, don't get me wrong. I saw him coming into the city. Ain't he gonna be
upset you just going through stuff?
He won't know it's me. I do owe him a favor, though.
If you need any help with that, just go ahead and ask.
What'd you say?
I was saying, if you need any help dealing with him or with the favor you owe him, since you're my boss, just go ahead and ask at any time.
Nah. He isn't anyone you should situate yourself with. It's kind of greasy, not gonna lie.
Greasy? Yeah, I know greasy people.
Yeah.
He's partially thinking downstairs to the, guys making the pizza.
Oh. Yeah. So what were you looking up in the library?
I told you back there, I was just thinking about going out sailing and everything. Looking out some places to stop along the way.
Where are you going? Not asking as your superior, just, trying to be conversational.
I don't really have a a final destination in mind. Just go sailing for a bit. I mean, I guess the final destination would be coming back because it's vacation
Right.
trip. But
True.
yeah, just go sailing. See.
I cannot understand why an earthbender would purposely want to go sailing. No offense. I do not know a single earthbender that wants to do that.
Shin's just gonna smile and it's like, well, not just an earthbender, am I?
Lava? Yeah. I do metal too, like, still don't like sailing.
I get it. But at the same time, it's like, especially with lava and everything, it's a natural thing.
I don't get it.
Water, lava, making more earth. It just fascinates me. Maybe I'll go make an island.
Okay. Alright, you go do that. I'll eat my Hawaiian pizza.
She just starts laughing as eating another piece. Just chilling.
As the conversation dies out, Shin and Rina, you both see a messenger hawk land on the roof with you guys. It looks at the two of you, and it has a message in the little pocket.
Shin will go over and take the message and give the messenger a little bit of crust. Crust.
Okay.
Anchovy.
It lunges for the anchovy-covered crust and takes off. And Shin, you open up the message, and it's from Gaia. It just simply labels itself as the lady, but it says there is a base of operations near... Long story short, it is actually where her current living quarters is. So it gives you the coordinates or the directions on how to get there. And as I said before, it is labeled as the lady.
Shin's gonna look it over and then show it to Rina and be like, you wanna check this place out, boss?
Yeah, that looks... Oh, I think I know where that is.
Oh? Well, lead the way then.
Okie dokie. I do that.
As we head back down, I'm gonna put the empty pizza tray over in the sink. And then say goodbye.
I finger gun the people in the store.
All the earthbenders finger gun you back.
Yeah.
I love how we've built up this thing that earthbenders finger gun and firebenders do the predator handshake.
It's my favorite.
Waterbenders just talk forever. So, you guys make your way there, enter through the door, and you see a few other people are starting to make their way to this place as well. Rina, you've been here before, so you know exactly where to earthbend the tunnel to open. Plus, I mean, there are other earthbenders. They can seismic sense it. You guys all travel through there. Clearly, she sent out more messages to the other top dogs besides you, Shin.
Mm-hmm.
Or aligned with you, you know what I mean? And more people are starting to come through. She seems to have not sent it to every single person, but most of these other big dogs gathered those that they knew were in the revolt group to come with them so that they know where this place is. After you guys go inside, there is a decent number of people, and you do see Gaia kind of directing everyone to sit. Rina, you see that a lot of her personal stuff that she had out before is gone somewhere. It's not out anymore, so it looks like it is a base now. But she sees you guys come in, and she walks up and goes, "Oh, I'm glad that you got the note. This will be our base of operations for just until I find another place. It's getting a little difficult. The police seem to have already detected the previous night, so I am having a hard time finding somewhere for everybody."
Shin is gonna like look around and be like, well, seems like a pretty decent spot too.
Yeah. She looks at Rina and says, "I'm glad I found it."
It's quite cozy.
Yeah. But, yeah, feel free to just rest for a while. I'm giving about another hour before I give out the information.
Alright.
Roger Dodger.
Shin would like to find a couch and chill.
No couches.
You guys can earthbend couches, too. I mean, that's no problem. If
Shin,
you guys...
Shin will stomp his foot on the ground and make a couch.
For funsies, roll me an Arcana.
11.
Okay, so you don't make no lazy boy, but you make a couch. You guys sit, wait a while. Eventually this place fills in. Imagine a time-lapse span of like fading to different moments within the hour, and just more and more people come in until finally Eva, since you both know her as Gaia, I should say, actually, Shin, creates an earth pillar that she stands on top of and starts speaking to everybody, and she goes, "Thank you all for coming. This is the group that I have hand-selected for this next task." And you do see that it's a variety of earthbenders and firebenders, so she is not discriminating against that, especially like she's learned from it. She goes, "I spent most of the day looking for a place of hideout, as well as trying to find the location of Hiri. Unfortunately, because we have no information on who they were, the anti-benders, I can't gather anything. That still does not mean that our plan is going to be undone. We are still going to follow through with this kidnapping, and I hope each one of you are willing to do so." And she looks at the crowd and goes, "Anyone who does not want to participate, I understand. The door is right there. There would be no hard feelings. You're still a part of the revolt group. You just won't be included in this mission." She gives it some time. You hear a small murmur, and you see there are a few people that do walk out. Primarily, not primarily. Some of them are firebenders, some of them are earthbenders, surprisingly. But she waits until everybody that wanted to leave leaves, and then she earthbends the door back up and goes, "For those of you that have stayed, the plan is this. We infiltrate just before the presidential speech. Tomorrow is the day of the festival, the food festival within that street, Capitol Street. We will use the distraction of the businesses there as a way in. I have supplied," and she earthbends, it looks like she had like a small area underground. She earthbends a crate up that has a bunch of fake Amon masks. And she continues by saying, "Constructed these masks for us to use when we are ready to strike. The plan is to make sure they believe that it is the anti-benders using an attack on the president because he himself is an airbender." She waits a moment if there's anyone that has questions before she goes. "We have to be quick, and we have to be incredibly careful. No man gets left behind. We will not have another Hiri lost. Not on my watch. I will draw my last breath before I let that happen again. This means that we will be pairing in teams of 4. There are a lot of us here, So there are multiple teams. You are free to choose whoever you want invited. Just make sure you have each other's backs. Once we do get the president, make sure we find an area that some of you Earthbenders can create tunnels into the underground subway system that is no longer in use. The tunnel systems, and she kind of looks over to where you are, Shin, the systems that we used to travel through before we got caught through there and had to change our plans. If you remember, some of you might, some of you won't. At least make sure in these teams, one of you knows of these systems. That way you don't pick the wrong one. She waits for anyone else to have questions before she goes. This will be the most dangerous plan we've ever tried to accomplish. This is the president. Keep in mind, though, that we are not against him. This is just in order for us to get our message across. He is one of us at the end of the day. Nobody has spoken. Does anyone have any questions? And do the two of you have anything?
What do we do with him afterwards?
We will be taking him to a secure location to where we can speak with him bender to bender. Once that is done, regardless on if he takes our word or not, meaning we are not taking off these masks. Once we put them on, they stay on until this mission has been done 110%. The last thing we want is for him to try to, in case he disagrees with our words, to get him to send the entire police force after every single one of us. Keep these masks on. Anyway, once we are done having a conversation with him, we will safely return him to an area far from the capital street. That way we are not seen and he can get back safely.
If we're... Shin's gonna, like, lean into Gaia if we're talking to him.
Oh, you can't lean in. She's, like, on a pillar,
okay.
like 10 feet
Oh,
high.
okay. I wasn't
like,
sure where we were. Alright.
You guys are still sitting on the couch.
Yeah. He's gonna, I guess, call out then. If we're talking to him bender to bender, doesn't that kind of, and we're letting him go again, kind of defeats the whole trying to make it seem like we're the anti-bender people.
The thing is, the masks at that point are more used to hide our identities. He's going to know we're benders when we earthbend a tunnel into the subway system.
This is true.
The masks by then are just to cover our own individual identities.
Shin's just thinking to himself, why didn't I think of a mask sooner?
And I will also say this, especially to you earthbenders. By no means should you use any other type of bending besides just earth. For us lava benders, there's only so many of us in the city. We cannot lava bend because that will only shorten the list of suspects. For you metal benders, there are more of you out in this city, sure, but that still shortens the list, and the last thing I want is to raise suspicion on any one of you. Firebenders, it is a little easier. But in this entire plan, I have still ensured the safety of firebenders, and there should be no reason for you to use your bender.
Is there a rendezvous point if this does not work?
If this does not work, try to rendezvous here. But ensure no one is following you.
Roger.
Shin's gonna give a little smirk hearing that. Ain't nobody following.
Sure.
There are only a very small amount of lava benders. She looks to you, Shin. But I want to say this, any lava benders that are trying to come through here, if there are enough people in here, if you feel like you have everybody, fill in that tunnel with lava. and hardness that they can't get through. In the meantime, the other Earthbenders can continue to create another tunnel to get out of here. The safety of my men is my top priority. At the end of the day, if the mission feels compromised, if your safety is on the line to the point where you feel as though it is corrupt, we will make sure nothing happens to you. I will make sure nothing happens. Does anyone have anything that they want to add or change to this plan? This is not something that is completely set in stone yet.
So, pretty much we're gonna have everyone, like, mingling with the crowd of the festival people until it's go time.
Exactly.
Cool.
And one person in the crowd goes, "What's the signal to start?" She goes, "Once you start to see the cameras rolling and the speech begin, that is when we will start. All of the attention is going to be focused on the president at that point and not the people around themselves. That would be a great time to slip through the crowd with the mask."
Yeah.
Should we announce that, like, we're the anti-bender group? Ah.
Down with benders.
Down to the benders. Bleh.
I don't believe we should say anything.
Okay.
I believe our best course of action is to just try to get the president and get out of there. The longer we wait and make shouting accusations of who we are, the more dangerous it will be. This is not an easy task. There will be police. I pray there will not be military.
Yeah, just hoping there ain't none of those White Lotus that came to town.
Yeah. Those White Lotus people.
Although my sources have told me the White Lotus is not here to be against us, they are ultimately supposed to try to keep peace.
Exactly.
If the president is going to be captured, they will be there to help stop it.
This would be interesting, though.
This will be dangerous. Make sure you are well equipped with armor and weapons. And she announces to all the metal benders, "All of you metal benders, do everything you can to help make weapons. Create armor. Anything you can to help out your fellow men and women that cannot have that ability, that do not have that ability. Firebenders, those with healing abilities, try to make sure you are in one of these groups of 4. That way, if ever anyone gets hurt in this contest that we will have with the police, you can help your fellow men and women." I will say that may be the only time firebending would be in this, and also do it in secret, otherwise the entire cover of this operation is blown. Tonight is a night for preparations. Make sure you have your chi stocked up. Make sure you have your armor, your weapons, your equipment, anything you feel like bringing equipped and ready to go. The speech should begin at noon.
Shin just nods. He's like, "At noon."
And the rest of the crowd, "At noon!"
Rina's like smiling at her sister because she's so proud of her.
And she looks very serious, Rina. You don't, like, she is heavily focused on her men right now. She hasn't looked at you since the last time I mentioned it. She is very into this moment right now, 100%. And she goes, This is diplomatic. If there is something that you want added into this, some concerns that you have, feel free to tell me. Anything that you can add to help keep all of you safe is worth telling. And with that, let's prepare. And you hear the crowd shout out, "Hear, hear!" and "Rah!" and "Yeah!" and "Woo!"
Like glass breaking.
Yeah, some of them do break glass. Some of them like head over, create a makeshift bar, and start mixing. I can't say that. Mixing stuff together. That like, where did they even get the stuff? I don't know, but they're doing it, and they're getting ready, and that's where we'll end the session.
Oof.
We're in for some big stuff, guys.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna get kidnapped again.
No. Who would do it? Who would even kidnap you?
Yeah.
I wonder.
I've fought next to you. I don't see anybody kidnapping you. I don't see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just don't leave her alone with a man in a bear rug.
A bear rug, you said. Oof.
I got chills. And a bloodbender, you know, I mean.
Yeah, luckily you haven't dealt with any bloodbenders in this city.
Yet.
It's true.
I've only been here 3 days.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like even Beilong was like 2 days.
Yeah, we do so much.
A lot happens. But anyway, thank you everybody for listening. Yeah, we're about ready for that finale, guys. Book 1, Search, is about to reach its conclusion.
Bum, bum, bum.
Tweet at us. Let us know what you think is going to happen in the finale. Like, is anyone going to die? Is Rina ever going to turn back to Taro? Is Shin going to find out that she knows who Slick is? Oh, who knows? But let us know if you think you know. I will also say
Shin's new favorite customer.
I will also say at this point, everybody, I think I've already told you, Rina, when you were still Taro. At this point in the show, all of y'all know the Avatar.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Even me?
Yes.
But I don't know nobody.
Well,
But you do.
I know like 2 people and a group of people with very little names.
let me think if Shin specifically has met. I would say so.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It would make sense. Yeah. So yeah, if any of you have an idea on who the Avatar would be, feel free to also tweet at us using hashtag DicebendersDND. Leading into that, Dicebenders D&D is a D&D 5e live-action playcast using class models, partially... Wow, I started to say the stuff I used to say back before episode 16. Jesus. Using class models that are Skeptic Frog's creation. The World of Avatar was created by Bryke, published by Nickelodeon. All credits for music and sounds will be found in the show notes. Does anybody else have anything that they want to say? Who wants to say it this time?
Did I say it last time?
I said it last time.
You said it last time. It's your turn.
Me?
Or we can all say it. 3, 2, 1. Subscribe for more shenanigans. I didn't hear
I don't
you,
know if
Shin.
that time.
I didn't hear you, Shin.
Oh, I said it.
Aww.
No, you didn't. Let's do it again. 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Subscribe for more.
There it is. Subscribe for more shenanigans. Alright, bye everybody. Bye, Craig.
I'm so tired.
I'm trying to do math now.
Don't. You'll
And
hurt.
by math,